Rise and shine, Philippines! You are listening to 97.5 Radio Drama. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Today's drama is Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there was a merchant named Albert who had 3 daughters. The eldest daughter was named Mona, the middle daughter was named Belle, and the youngest daughter was named Beauty. One day he thought,
My business is not going very well. I almost have no money. How are we going to survive? And the girls don't even know that our situation is getting worse every day. I have no other choice but to do what Joseph said. I definitely have to go on the business trip. It's my only hope. Oh, well, I have to tell the girls about my decision. I just hope they understand. Next day, he talked to his daughters about his trip. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Daddy, will you bring me something?
And what would you like?
I have always wanted a bouquet dress. I know I would look so beautiful in it.
Very well. And you, Beauty?
I don't want anything, Father. I just don't want you to leave. I will miss you.
Come on, Beauty. You know I have to go. We may lose everything we have.
You know that I don't care about money.
I know that, but it is my responsibility to take care of you. I promised it to your late mother. Now, tell me, what would you like me to bring you?
Just bring me a rose.
A rose?
What? Rose?
Yes, a simple rose. Just pick the most beautiful rose you see.
It would be a very special rose just for you, my sweet daughter. It's late. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, Father.
Next day, early in the morning, Albert was ready to leave. He and Beauty were outside their home, loading the horse.
I will miss you, Father.
I will miss you too, Beauty. Where are your sisters?
They are still sleeping.
Well, I can't wait for them to wake up.
When do you think you'll be back?
I'm not sure, but I'll return as soon as I finish my business.
Goodbye, Father, and be careful.
I will. Goodbye. Albert got on his horse and rode away. A few days after, he finished his business, so he set for home. When he was riding through the woods, a sudden storm blew up. Oh no! I have to find a safe place to stay, or my horse and I could die. Then, he noticed a bright light shining in the middle of the forest. Oh, I see a light. I have to go there. He rode his horse as fast as he could, and when he drew near, he saw that it is a castle.
I hope I will find a shelter in there.
When he reached the door, he saw it is open. Hello? Hello? I need help. Is anyone here? He decided to enter. He saw a table in the main hall, and a splendid dinner lay already served. Oh, I'm starving. I'll sit down and eat these delicious meals. When he finished eating, he decided to go upstairs. And he said, Hello? Hello? But no one answered. This is strange. There's nobody here. And what a magnificent room and halls. And what? That bed looks inviting. I'll just rest for a little while. And he fell fast asleep. When he woke up next morning, an unknown hand had placed a mug of steaming coffee and some fruit by his bedside. Who might have done this? It looks delicious. He had breakfast. Then he went downstairs hoping to thank his host, but there was nobody in sight. It is so strange. There is nobody here. He went toward the garden where he had left his horse tied to a tree, when suddenly he saw a large rose bush.
Those roses are so beautiful. They remind me of my daughter Beauty. I'll pick one for her.
But when bent down to pick a rose, instantly out of the gross garden sprung a horrible beast, wearing splendid clothes. Two bloodshot eyes, gleaming angrily, glared at him, and a deep, terrifying voice growled.
Ungrateful man! I give you shelter. You ate at my table and slept in my own bed. But now, all the thanks I get is the thief of my favorite flowers. You deserve to die!
Trembling with fear, Albert fell on his knees and said, "Forgive me! Forgive me! Don't kill me, please! I'll do anything you say. The rose wasn't for me. It was for my daughter Beauty. I promised to bring her back a rose from my journey."
I'll forgive you, but on one condition.
"What condition?"
That you bring me your daughter.
"My daughter? No, not her."
Yes. Promise that you will bring her. Or would you rather die?
"No, I'll bring you my daughter. I promise."
Very well. Leave now. I don't want to see you anymore.
Rise and shine, Philippines! Radio Drama will be right back in a couple of breaks. Radio Drama. Imagine if no one would be separated from their loved ones. Imagine if anyone could enjoy their trip home. Imagine if everyone could have a peaceful life. And imagine if there is no traffic. Imagine if everyone would be given the chance to work. Imagine no more. Launch in 2016, the boldest, the biggest, and the most ambitious infrastructure program in the history. Build, Build, Build is now becoming a reality in the Philippines, investing in the future 8.9 trillion pesos, 75 flagship projects, which includes 6 airports, 9 railways, 3 bus rapid transits, 32 roads and bridges, and 4 seaports that will help bring down the cost of production, encourage country investments, and creating more jobs for the poor and unemployed Filipino people. We are building a better Philippines by improving our strategy on 3 major outcomes: reducing travel time by improving and widening roads and by adding expressways, improving road quality and safety, protecting homes and properties from natural disasters. With these outcomes in mind, we created 3 programs that won't just help us, but would help our nation. Build, build, build. Building our economy, helping our community. Rise and shine, Philippines! Time check. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Time check is brought to you by Ribisco. Ang sarap ng feeling mo. To 97.5 Radio Drama. And now, we're back. Albert left the castle, and when he reached home in tears, his 3 daughters ran to greet him. After he had told them of his dreadful adventure, Beauty said,
Dear father, I'd do anything for you. Don't worry, you'll be able to keep your promise and save your life. Take me to the castle. I'll stay there in your place.
"Oh, Beauty, I'm so sorry. Thank you for saving my life."
I'll pack my things right away.
That night, Beauty's father took her to the castle. Once again, the door was already open. the beast was waiting for them.
Good evening. I see that you kept your promise.
I told you I would.
Is she your daughter? The one that asked you for the rose?
Yes, she is.
Welcome to my castle, Beauty.
How do you know my name?
Your father told me your name.
As soon as she met the beast, she noticed that he was surprisingly pleasant, and she thought,
I'm so afraid of the beast. I have to stay away from him, even though he is being nice to me.
Then the beast told Albert,
It's time for you to go.
But
I said go!
Albert kissed his daughter and left. Then the beast said,
Don't be afraid, Beauty. You will be very comfortable here. I have assigned you the finest room. Please, follow me.
The beast took Beauty to her room and she said,
Thank you. It's magnificent. But if you don't mind, I would like to be alone.
Sure. You need to rest. Good night.
Good night.
The next day, and the following days, they hardly spoke to each other. Beauty only sat for hours embroidering in front of the fire, and the beast would sit for hours silently looking her. The days passed, and Beauty and the beast became good friends. Then, one day, the beast said,
We have spent so many days together and had a wonderful conversation. I enjoy being with you. Now, it is time for me to ask you to marry me.
Taken by surprise, Beauty didn't know what to say.
Oh, this is a surprise for me. I really don't know what to say.
But Beauty didn't want to marry such an ugly monster. She would rather die. But she did not want to hurt the feeling of the one who after all had been kind to her. And she remembered too that she owned her own life and as well as his father.
I am sorry, but I cannot say yes. I'd like to, but...
I quite understand, and I'm not offended by your refusal.
Life went on as usual. Then one day the beast gave Beauty a magic mirror.
Oh, thank you for this present. When I look in the mirror, I can see my family far away.
You won't feel so lonely now.
Beauty stared for hours at her distant family. Then she began to feel worried. One day, the beast found her crying beside the magic mirror.
What's wrong?
My father is very sick. How I wish I could see him again before it's too late.
No, you will never leave this castle.
Oh, please, I need to see him.
Well, if you promise that you will return here in 7 days' time, I will let you go and visit your father.
I swear I will. You're so kind, and I am so happy.
The carriage is ready. You can leave right away.
Yes, I will be back in 7 days.
And I will be waiting for you.
Beauty left the castle immediately. As soon as her father saw her, he recovered. Then he said,
Oh, Beauty, I have missed you so much.
Me too, Father.
It's all my fault.
No, Father, don't say that. My life is not that terrible. I spend many wonderful hours with the beast. He treats me so kind and he is so good to me.
You make me feel much better now. I feel so guilty for what I did to you, leaving you there in that castle with that horrible beast.
I am here with you now, and I'll take care of you until you get well.
I love you.
I love you too, Father. Now, try to rest.
Beauty stayed there for a few days until his father was able to leave his bed. But she didn't notice that 7 days had gone by. Then, one night, she woke up from a terrible nightmare.
Oh, I had this terrible nightmare. I dreamed that the beast was dying and he was calling me. Come back to me. I have to go back to the castle immediately.
She packed her things and said goodbye to his father.
Hurry! Hurry! Good horse.
She hurried up towards the castle.
I hope I am not too late.
When she arrived to the castle, she rushed up to the stairs, calling. But there was no reply. Then she went to the garden, where she found the beast lying on the ground with his eyes closed.
Don't die! Please, don't die! I will marry you.
At these words, a miracle took place. The beast's ugly face turned magically into the face of a handsome young man. How I've been longing for this moment! I was suffering in silence and I couldn't tell my frightful secret. An evil witch turned me into a monster, and only the love of a maiden willing to accept me as I was could transform me back into my real self. My dearest, I'll be so happy if you will marry me.
Yes, I will marry you.
The wedding took place short after, and from that day on, the young prince would only have nothing but rose in his gardens, and that is why, to this day, the castle is known as the Castle of the Rose. The end.
Rise and shine, Philippines! Radio Drama is signing off. To 97.5 Radio Drama.